everyone, welcome back to Steins Gate. Let's jump right into this. Dawn breaks. We stayed up all night again. Fighting drowsiness, I refill my mug with instant coffee. I've already lost count of how many I've had.
Okabe.
Kurisu hands her mug to me without looking away from the computer. I guess she expects me to refill it. Since when did I become her maid? She should ask Mayuri for stuff like this. Mayuri's a professional maid, after all. That said, Kurisu's the one reading Saren's documents right now. Daru and I can manage if we use translation software, but we're nowhere near as efficient as she is. While it's not exactly what I had in mind when I said I wanted to borrow her knowledge, it just goes to show that I was right to make her a lab mem. She's an asset to the lab, for now at least. I should try not to upset her. I silently take a mug from Kurisu, dump in the powdered coffee, and pour hot water from the pot. Why don't you just, you have a coffee maker right there, just make actual coffee. 2 packets of sugar, no milk. Kurisu has already requested the same way 5 times today. It's a lot of coffee. I mix it well and bring it over to Kurisu. She doesn't immediately realize I'm standing behind her, so I hold the mug in front of her face. Kurisu takes it without turning.
Arigato.
Thanks. Her eyes never leave the screen. She's completely absorbed in Staden's research. Even though she was adamant when she called them traitors to scientists everywhere, she's not above picking their brains. But I understand how she feels. I'm itching to know more myself. Daru is fast asleep on the sofa. His snoring is quite loud. Furthermore, it sounds like he has sleep apnea. I'm surprised Kurisu has been able to ignore it. Is she just that focused? I decide to watch some TV. As always, the news channels are all covering the Daiikan's satellite crash. 5 days have passed since the satellite crash, and with the start of summer vacation season, crowds are gathering to get a glimpse of the satellite, which still has not been removed. I came from Nagoya. I wanted to see it. I drove all the way from Saitama. It's amazing. Where did that thing come from? Yay! I'm a high school girl from Chiba! Tourists from all over Japan are flocking to this location. In an interview earlier today, Michael Bryan, spokesman for NASA, stated that no satellite had crashed in Japan, and the crash object was, in fact, not even a satellite. The satellite is currently under police investigation. No date for removal has been set. Is it really under investigation? Could this be another plot by the organization? Good morning! Oh wait, should I say good afternoon? The door unlocks from the outside and Mayuri comes in. She has a convenience store bag in hand. There are various food items inside, but it doesn't look like they're for us. Whoa, the air in here is so thick. The 3 of us probably look pretty haggard since we stayed up all night. But it's hard to put a bright smile on now I know about Saren. I'll refresh the air. Mayuri opens the window wide. The sky is so blue it hurts my eyes. Large clouds listlessly drift on the wind. It truly is a refreshing sight. Mayuri's appearance makes Daru get up with a grimace. Kurisu also finally moves away from the computer, sipping her hot coffee while rubbing her eyes. I glance at the clock and then go to the center of the room to call for attention. But I'm going to check my phone first. Yeah, I guess I got mail. Part-time warrior. I'm so hungry. I had to skip breakfast again today. I don't have much money on hand. Are there any good places places to find insects or weeds around here? I can get by using survival skills if I have to. You eat insects? Hardcore. What kind of childhood did you have? I'm gonna go with this one, because that's pretty gross. Go away. I glance at the clock, go to the room, call for attention. Since all lab mems are present and accounted for, this is a perfect opportunity to hold another roundtable conference. Roundabout confluence. What's that? A meeting of lab mems. Have we ever done that before? Do you even have a round table? Not physically, however, it exists in the heart of all lab mems. Am I mistaken? Yes, you're mistaken. Don't go sticking things in people's hearts. Is there one in Mayushi's too? Of course there is. Oh, that's good. But what's a roundable? And why a round table? You King Arthur? I'm only a temporary lab mem anyways. These people whine about every little thing. Whoa, we actually get to see him! So rare. Anyways, it's a roundtable conference. Mayuri wasn't here last night, so first let's explain the situation to her. Oh, look how little cute she is. I tell Mayuri about everything we discovered in her absence. About how Steins is making a time machine. About Jellymen. About how the men in black might be coming to erase us for all we know. With the window wide open. I told you you shouldn't do bad things. Bad, you say? We are bad? Absurd. If we're bad, then Steins even worse. They aren't satisfied with ruling the world. Now they want to get their hands on space-time itself. I agree. For some reason, Kurisu backs me up. What Steins is doing is unforgivable. They're traitors to humanity, to society, and to science. I guess. She doesn't sound convinced. I didn't want to get Mayuri involved, but she's surprisingly perceptive. She'd find out even if we kept a secret, so it's better to just tell her. Anyways, Ragnarok can no longer be averted. The final battle with Steins is near. A large part of me is still afraid, but we've come too far to turn back now. We can't unlearn what we know. Bag in a rock? Norse mythology again. Christina! I order you to investigate Steins. What have you learned? I don't remember being ordered, but whatever. There are two problems Steins faces with time travel. First is the electron injection device, also known as Lifter. Unless they get it to function properly, they can't make a curved black hole singularities naked. If you send a test subject through the singularity in its current state, the supergravity compresses them to a micro level. Naturally, there's no way to survive. The second problem is they can't specify a physical destination. They can't choose where they end up after traveling to the past. That's why I'd say the 14 found Jellymen were the lucky ones. Over 100 human experiments have been performed since 2001. The remaining 80 or so people ended up somewhere they can't be found. Why can't they be found? Did you know, Mayushi? The world is constantly moving and rotating speeds at 150 kilometers per hour, and its orbiting speed is 114,000 kilometers per hour. Dado's tone is authoritative, but he's just relaying what he heard from Kurisu last night. Steins has been looking for solutions, but it's not going well. So even Steins is having difficulties. Now then, have you learned anything that could possibly help us complete the phone wave named subject to change? Kurisu stares at the ceiling and thought. Well, I suppose you could call the LHC the world's largest microwave oven. Of course. In other words, the phone wave named subject to change is a miniature LHC. You might be onto something there. I was sure she would deny it. In fact, I thought she'd yell at me. But instead, she agreed with me. Throws me off a little. However, there are too many things we don't know about the phone wave. Why do we have the same phenomenon that occurs in Steins' time machine also occur in that tiny little microwave? Unlike the LHC, this wasn't made for time travel. It was made to warm Mayushi's chicken. Well, yeah. Since the Jellyman phenomenon occurs with the phone wave name subject to change, Mayuri's bananas must be reaching the Kerr black hole's ring singularity. It makes a black hole here? It won't suck us in, will it? If it sucked us in, we'd become Jellymen too. But we still haven't figured out the electronic discharge phenomenon or the conditions required to cause it. During our experiments earlier, we were only able to send emails to the past during the discharge. Although it hasn't happened again, that discharge phenomenon could very well signify the injection of charge, that is, electrons. And only when it occurs does the path to the singularity open. We don't know the cause of the discharge phenomenon. That's what we need to find out. In the first place, the emails we're sending to the past are digital data, not physical objects. That's a definite difference from Saren's time machine. No, we're doing the same thing. Who's to say that digital data can't go through a singularity? I think it would be easier than sending something human-sized. Well, I suppose that's true. You know, the way you guys talk about email, it makes me think of folding a letter into a paper airplane and making it go zoom, you know? It's more like a beam of light, like optical digital data. By the way, it's a pain to keep saying email sent to the past. Let's give it a proper name. I've got a bad feeling about this. What's that supposed to mean? You dare mock Hoi and Kyoma? You just want to give it some oddball name, don't you? How rude. Heed me. I shall name the phenomenon of email sent to the past as follows. The name shall be... Nostalgia Drive. Confusing. Rejected. Why, you gave the authority to reject my ideas? You're just an assistant. Then why don't we take a vote? All in favor of Nostalgia Drive? My hand shoots up into the air, but nobody follows suit. Have you forsaken me, Daru, Mayuri? Christian's right. It's too hard for Mayushi to remember. It's way too chuny, man. Traitors. Fine, then let's hear alternatives, and don't tell me you reject my idea without having any bright ideas of your own. I think it needs to be something easy to remember. It's an email that regresses through time, so how about retro mail? What does retro mean? Mayuri is busy eating strawberry jelly. How could she eat that stuff after hearing about Jellymen? Sounds like you have an answer, Christina. You said it should be easy to understand, but it wasn't easy to understand at all, was it? But that's because Mayushi is... Never mind. Were you about to say because Mayushi's dumb? No. Eh? Christian, do you really think Mayushi's dumb? I don't. I promise I don't, okay? Somehow Kurisu manages to glare at me even while soothing Mayuri. I vote the male who leapt through time. That's a little too stiff, it's hard to say. It's better than your nostalgic, explodocious nonsense. Mine's a movie title reference. That's not cool. Needs to be cool. You're rejecting it for that? Toot-toot-oo! Mayushi has an idea. How about back to the mail? I took the movie title and changed a word to mail. I already did a movie joke, Mayushi. Besides, I think the meaning of the title's a little off. She probably meant mail to the future, but our emails are going to the past. It's not about the meaning. I took a movie title and changed a word to mail. Either way, it's too long. Then how about DeLorean mail? That doesn't even say what kind of email it is. Hey, we don't have time for this nonsense. Let's just abbreviate to D-mail and move on. But that's boring. It don't care if it's boring. Shut down. Chris's influence in the lab seems to have grown significantly this past few days. D-mail it is. Mayuri finished her jelly, proclaims in satisfaction. Wait, when did Mayuri become the moderator? So why does the D-mail phenomenon occur? Because the path through the ring of singularity is open. We've been over this already. We don't know if there's an actual, or if there's actually a black hole at work here. It could be an entirely different phenomenon that just happens to resemble Soundin's experiments. It's dangerous to jump to conclusions. Why so timid? Don't you want our time travel experiments to succeed? That's why we put our lives on the line to hack Stein. We need to figure out how to turn the phone wave, name subject to change, into a usable time machine. Do you really think that's possible? There is no think, only do. What? Did you read that off a motivational poster? You're like a classic incompetent boss. Damn you. You dare insult my insane mad scientist? You dare insult the insane mad scientist Hoin Kyoma. Well, it's not like Okarin's the boss anyways. Indeed, I am the symbol of this lab, not the boss. He's the mascot. I don't know what you mean by symbol, but how do you plan to turn the phone wave into a time machine? Let's have details. My plan? Alright, there is one thing. We've been thinking that the electrical discharge happens at random, but I have a hypothesis. Which is... I look at my watch, it's past noon. Recall the conditions when it occurred, Christina. We experimented through the night with no result, but there's one variable we overlooked. The simple and most definitive variable of all. That is, the time of occurrence. Ah. I checked the times of the two previous occurrences. When I accidentally sent the first email to Daru's phone, it happened between noon and 1 p.m. The second time, when all four of us observed the email, it was 6 p.m. So, if we perform the experiment within the time frame, we might be able to reproduce the effect. Let's try it right now. Krisu bolts to the development room, suddenly bursting with enthusiasm. Well, I'm glad to see she has her priorities straight. Mayushi's banana supply is getting low. Gotta buy more. Well, let me check my mail again. If you cook them right, they taste surprisingly good. Oh, gross. Only one banana remains untouched. We got rid of the jellified bananas, and we ate the rest. Sorry, Mayuri-san. I'll go buy you some new bananas later. Really? Yay! Okarin and Daru-kun eat my bananas, but they never buy new ones. I'll be sure to amend that in the future. A bunch of bananas is a small price to pay in order to bring chaos to the world. Krisu picks up the last banana off the stem, leans over the table, and places it inside the microwave. First, let's see if it'll become a jelly man. She tries to get up and gloriously bangs her head underneath the table. Trying for the clumsy girl appeal. It was an accident. Kurusu gets up, blushing in embarrassment with tears in her eyes. Put the microwave somewhere else. It's dangerous and hard to reach like this. It'll punch through the floor if we put it on the table. Christian, pain, go away. Mayuri pats the back of Kurusu's head and then sweeps her hands through the air. Thanks, Mayuri-san. Kurusu pulls herself together and types on her phone and activates the phone wave, name subject to change. The banana inside the microwave slowly begins to spin backwards as the timer counts down. Ah! Kurusu, who was peering into the microwave, suddenly shouts in surprise. The banana has vanished. At the exact same moment, the banana reappears on the stem, jellified. Whoa! It became a gelbana. Just as I suspected, the critical variable was time. I was a little anxious about the result, but it worked out. I outwitted the impertinent genius girl. Now my position as symbol of the lab is secure. Way to go, Okabe. It was so simple, I didn't notice it. Kurusu says with a slightly sulky expression. Your praise does you credit, Christina, but I know you're frustrated you didn't think of it first. Anyways, let's see if we can send another D-mail. Kurusu ignores my proud laughter and excitedly starts typing out a mail. Go. Feel like my authority has been on decline since that girl showed up. It's cool, man. You never had any to begin with. Help me, you two. Okabe? I'm sending an email to your phone. When did I become her assistant? I grind my teeth in frustration, but I do as I'm told and insert my phone into the phone wave, name subject to change his slot. What are you gonna send, Chris-chan? Mayuri presses up against Chris and sneaks a peek at Kurusu's phone. It doesn't matter what it says. It matters whether we can send it or not. Let me see. Okabe is an air... Wait, you're their assistant. What are you typing? You'll see. Ready? I'm sending it. Daru has already set the microwave's timer through the X68000. There's nothing inside, but the microwave still operates. The countdown starts from 120. This is where the timing counts. We know that we have to open the microwave door during the operation, but we still don't know when to send the mail. For now, we'll do them simultaneously. Kurusu readies her fingers on the phone's send button. I grasp the microwave door's handle. Mayuri seeks cover. Starting the countdown. The microwave timer soon indicates 70. 3, 2, 1, 0. Kurusu presses send. And nearly at the same instant, I open the microwave door. Kya! It's working, you guys! Lightning crackles in the air. The cushion beneath the phone wave, named subject to change, collapses under the weight. The force starts creaking. It's exactly like the discharge phenomenon that occurred before. The discharge lasts for about 10 seconds. After it subsides, we stare at the phone wave, named subject to change, with bated breath. Luckily, it didn't break through the floor. Did it arrive? I disconnect my phone from the phone wave, named subject to change, and check my mail. Kurusu stands beside me and peers at the screen. There's an email, 2 of them, even if they're written in English. The timestamps are from 5 days ago. Kurusu starts laughing when she sees the mail, even though she's the one who wrote it. Okabe and the first one is obviously my name. But what does airhead and the second one mean? My English is shaky. Is she saying that my head can fly or something? Whatever, I may not know what it means, but I do know this. My assistant is making fun of me. But that doesn't matter right now. Christina. Did you send 2 mails? Eh? No, I only sent 1. Mayushi saw it too. She really only said 1. But I received 2. You're right. I even sent it in 1 sentence. But it got divided. By the way, what does this word mean? Why don't you look it up? I guess she doesn't want to answer. That reminds me, the D-mail from before was cut up mid-sentence too. Was it? Yeah. Look at your history. I'm pretty sure it sent Okarin to Purr. You're right. That one's got split too. I wonder what's causing it. Maybe it's related to the Jellymen. Mayushi wants to know if it arrived 5 days ago. Or why it arrived 5 days ago. Good point. Didn't the last one arrive 5 days before we sent it? Yeah, it did. Is there some kind of rule for when it arrives? Let's try sending more. Mayori's right. Now that we've figured out how to send emails, we should keep experimenting and collecting as much data as we can. Alright, lab mems. Battle stations. He's at it again. Our mission, to send as many D-mails as possible. Daru, bam, the X68000. Your job is to observe, adjust, and gather information on the phone wave. Name subject to change. Assistant, keep those mails coming. Try various patterns of text, Japanese, English, full width, half width, emoticons. The actual message doesn't matter, or don't matter. I'm sure Shining Finger would be better at the job, but since she's not a lab mem, I'll have to leave it to Kurisu. What about Mayushi? Your mission is to go shopping and buy some bananas for now. I, Hoin Kyoma, shall fund you. Wow, you're so generous. So I guess your job is opening the microwave? Whoa, you saved the easiest job for yourself. I'd say this is a dangerous job. No, my assistant's judgment is sound. The key to success of the D-mail is most likely the correct timing of opening the microwave door. I was just kidding. Leave this task to Hoin Kyoma. I shall open the door with precision, boldness, and delicacy, as if it were the flesh of a beautiful woman. Okarin! That's naughty. Furthermore, the current operation's top secret. You must not leak it to anyone. Got it? Mayuri nods and the others are ignoring me. Now, I shall give this operation a name. It shall be known as Don't need one. Let's start. What? You ruined my climactic scene. Damn you, assistant. This is an outrage. Actually, we are going to leave this episode here before we continue on any further. What an interesting episode. We figured out that it had to be produced during a certain time of day. Maybe we'll learn why. We have a name for it now. The D-mail, the DeLorean mail for traveling back in time. Cute, I like it. But if you're enjoying this series and you want to see more from me, then please subscribe to all that YouTube shit. In the next video, we're going to continue. So I'll see you then.